Thanks everybody for tuning in to Happy Hustling TV. This is your girl Mariah Shantz. I got the opportunity to sit down with a Philly native Yahna. She discussed her boho twist, which you're seeing right now. She's also a great artist, so you're seeing some of her pieces as well. Towards the end, I'll have how you can get into contact with her if you're looking to purchase any of her products or her services. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like it.
Yeah, I started off by calling everything Yahn artistry. Artistry meaning like collective sum of different forms of art, and then my name is Yahna. So Yahn artistry is a yeah.
So what does Yahn artistry include?
It includes my visual arts, me and my paintings and portraits and drawings, as well as I started to venture into beauty and like physical arts, so like with hair and makeup and all of that.
So you consider like cosmetology art?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go into detail? Like, why do you see it as art?
Yeah, because it's kind of like the way I see it is like I work like whatever I do when it comes to like either on somebody's body or on a canvas is both different forms of how I create. So it might be transforming your hair from one thing to another, or it might be me transforming this blank canvas from one thing to another. I'm self-taught when it comes to art, and I've never taken an art class before. I didn't find art found me. It was weird. We had it was like in first grade, there was like a moose on a skateboard. We had to draw the moose on a skateboard and show that image on the next page. So me, I kind of like drew the little moose on a skateboard, and like people were coming over to my table, was like, "Can you draw mine?" And then I moved my book over, and then I draw somebody else's moose on a skateboard. And they like, "Draw mine next." And the teacher came over and was like, "That's really good." And I was just like, "I'm just doing an assignment. I didn't know."
So you just freehand.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm like very basic. Like I need a scale to draw anything.
Right.
So do you find it easier to freehand?
Yeah, because I think the scale kind of messes me up. Because once I draw a line that's wrong and it doesn't match that one, it kind of like messes me up. I used to use stickers when I was a kid. So it would be like a little tiny little like Bugs Bunny sticker, and I would draw that on an 8x12 page. So I had to learn how to freehand from that because.
So you have like a natural scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
so I can do special effects. I also ventured into like temporary tattoos or like henna tattoos. And I got that literally was just from painting and drawing on a canvas to just literally drawing on a person. So my goal with that was to eventually turn from like, kind of like when you get a tattoo of like, I don't know, your mom picture on your arm. But only difference is when I do it, it fades away in 2 weeks. I got inspired by YouTuber called Urban Bush Babes. And there's a set of twins, it's Cipriana and TK Wonder. And they have like the most beautiful, long, just everything type of natural hair. And they did a video on how somebody could like grow their hair out. One twin put her hair in 150 loose braids, the other one put her hair in 150 loose twists. And I was like, I'm gonna try that. Like my hair is kinky like theirs and natural like theirs, I'm gonna try that. So I tried doing it, and I was like, oh, this is cute, but my hair is not long like theirs. Let me add a little bit of weave into it and see what happens. Okay. So it built from it starting here to like getting longer and longer and longer and longer. And then I thought about playing with like braid outs, twist outs, and just different ways to manipulate the hair. And then it started to have like a wavy pattern. Then I was like, well, let me try to play with the ends. And like as time goes on, it kind of developed into this like black girl beach waves. And that's when I really started to venture into doing natural hairs, because I started to explore so much about my own hair. I wanted to find something that was not going to damage my hair. It was not going to have to conform to any other sense of like beauty standards or anything like that. And there's already so many different like techniques like faux locks and all that stuff. But the difference is these are not obvious. I wanted to come up with something that was one for girls with kinky curly hair, and I didn't have, my hair is not shiny, it's not curly at all. Like I can add as much water, as much gel, it's not gonna curl up. Okay. But I wanted to create something kind of like FUBU, like for us, by us. They are a form of 2-strand twist, but the way they develop over time, that's the reason why I created it for like 4C hair. is because over time because my hair kind of locks up and gets nappy and gets kinkier and kinkier, they turn into faux locks. Yeah, so like even after you wear the hairstyle for 6-7 weeks, now it just looks like you just grown out dreads. It's been, well, full time I'm a social worker, okay. So art has been my self care. Gotcha. Yeah, that's really has been my self care with it, and I've kind of like went from doing it just at home as a hobby to like now bringing it into work. So I do like art workshops at work. I do people like my clients' hair and makeup for like prom, because a lot of my clients are like homeless. They don't have family to support them. They don't have money to do certain things. So I'm the one that like, oh, prom's coming up. Oh, I do your makeup. It's your 16th birthday. I'm gonna beat your face. Like,
so you like outreach with it. So does that make it easier to do it all because it's coming from like a kind of like a soft spot?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It makes it a lot easier. Okay. I feel like if I didn't have art, I probably wouldn't still be a social worker. The way I see it is somebody could come here, and I have all of my own art around my apartment. So, and right now I'm doing hair out of my apartment. So somebody could come here and look at art. You can buy art, or you can leave art. Like, it just depends on whatever your flavor is. It makes it harder to be unique, but it makes it easier to be known.
Could you go into detail?
Just because when you have so much like access to people, and not just in your community, like was back in the day, not just in your community, but like around the world, you just have access to so many different things. So it's going to be hard to find somebody where you're individually like this, because there's billions of people on this planet, and we have access to all of them. I'm not the first person who ever did a picture or a portrait. I'm not the first person who ever did natural hair or created a natural hair technique or whatever case may be. Like, I'm not the first person to ever do that, but because of social media, it's like the downside, but it's like a double-edged sword. But the positive side to that is I'm going to be able to reach thousands of people that I wouldn't be able to reach on a regular day just through a hashtag, which is a lot different than just trying to build it in your own community. So I can reach thousands of people in 2 minutes because of social media. But the only issue is there's hundreds of thousands of other people who could reach those same people in 2 minutes. Yeah, I would love to just have like Yahn artistry just be just a whole like movement and a vibe. Whereas though like it's kind of like where you take art and you take a canvas and look at it as under a completely different like spectrum. Holistic beauty and making sure you can like take care of yourself when it comes to your hair, when it comes to your mental, and that's where the art can come in as well. But yeah, my whole thing probably just continue to go into like self-care, because with me, I kind of like the fact that I can like dibble and dabble in different things, and it changes. So I don't see myself focusing all in on one thing anytime soon, but I know I would love to like bring young people into it, and I would love to like just expand completely. Like, I would love for people to love these boho twists. The beach waves for the black girl. I would love for this to catch. The same way the person that created like goddess locks. So yeah, so I would love to expand. I would love to branch out, try to bring some aspect of social work into it. But right now I'm just kind of going with the flow of my creativity, and my ADHD will not let me stop at one place. So you never know what you're gonna get when you come to me. But just know it's gonna be dope. So I can be contacted on Instagram. You can contact my art. Go to my art page at Yahn Art, YAHNARTT, or you can go to the hair page, Boho Twist Babe, BOHOTWIST, Babe. Yeah, check me out on IG.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, again, guys, that was Yahna. She can be reached on Instagram on her hair page at Boho Twist Babe, or her art page at Yahn Art. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit subscribe, leave a comment, or if you're on Instagram, hit like, comment, repost, all that good stuff. Again, this is your girl Mariah Sheens, and you're tuned in with Happy Hustling TV. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Take care.